What's going on, world? It's your boy Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Excited to talk about comics. Y'all know that's where my heart is. It's where I started before I started jumping off being a filmmaker. And today we have the creators of Indoor Kid that you see behind me from Oni Press, dropping October 28th, 2025. I have Mat Heagerty, the writer, coming out of us from Vermont. And I have Lisa DuBois-Thompson, the artist, coming out of Michigan. Thank you both for your time. We're all over the place. I'm in the DC area. I like representing where we're from, connecting no matter where we're at. And I appreciate you both to spend some time talking about Indoor Kid. First off, how are you today? It's a gloomy, rainy Sunday right now here in DC. How are y'all both doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a very, very snowy day here in Vermont.
Oh,
We got like a foot and a half. So I've been shoveling this morning. It's been good though.
Yeah, it's snowy here too. I think we're supposed to get about the same amount, a foot and a half here in Michigan, so we're just staying cozy inside.
I feel that, and from what I've been hearing from the forecast, all of that snow is coming my way. So thank you. I guess I'll be shoveling. But I guess what I wanted to take from that is graphic novels, comic books. Help us make us feel warm and fuzzy, especially when the weather is down. It's something that is close to my heart. So thank you for bringing us in October this Indoor Kid graphic novel from Oni Press. I want to start off with, how did this germ of an idea start with you both? Writer artist, but collaborating on this. How did this start? Where did the first germ hit, and then how did the other get involved? If we could start there.
Sure. So it started with, I had a neighbor when I lived in California. I was in San Francisco, whose name was Mort Saul. He's a great comedian. He's since passed, but he inspired tons of people. He was JFK's speechwriter, and I just was like, oh, this guy's living in my like modest, awesome apartment building. So like what's this dude like doing here? And he finding out more about his history was really interesting to me. And then just a story about sports. I've always loved basketball. I cannot do anything athletic whatsoever. I've been a big Celtics guy my whole life, and I'm never going to be the guy who makes that basket. So those two ideas kind of meshed together. I talked to Oni Press, the publisher, and then Lisa was my first choice because I had saw her awesome work on Rugrats and a couple things. I met her at a convention briefly, and thankfully she said yes. Yeah.
Rock on. Lisa, when you found out about this awesome idea, how did you relate to the material? Because I think everybody's going to relate to Indoor Kid.
Yeah, I mean, I am kind of similar to Matt. Like I'm not a super athletic person, but I've always kind of wanted to be. I've always had the dream of becoming a little more sporty. And at the time Matt approached me, I was like training to run my first 5K. So I was like, yeah, I could do a sport, like a sport-based graphic novel. That sounds really fun. So, and it's been really great too. I picked up watching football as research, so now I know a lot about sports. So.
Well, you're in Michigan, so are you a Detroit fan now? Your Lions are
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, finally. They're so good now. Yeah. Um, Go Lions. They've been great this season. Or they were great this season.
That They are amazing. They still got it. My nephew's favorite team is the Lions. Anyway, I'm a sports ball guy kind of too, but like you both, I'm an artist. I tried to do basketball, I tried to do football, but it wasn't going to happen. I'm too short. I'm Filipino. All the other things necessary to do it weren't here. So I became a creative and an artist, much like ourselves. So we're community here. We're community. So I love how, since I had the chance to read this, Matt, how some of your real life experiences kind of translated to the material. So how long did it take to write, and working with Lisa to kind of put out the ideas? Amazing artwork, Lisa. I love the characters. Again, love your work on Aggretsuko and some of the other projects you've done as well. So it's awesome that Matt got you to be a part of this. Can you go back to you, Matt? Tell me how long it took to write, and maybe where you kind of hit, a stumbling block, a block, and you were trying to figure out the rest of it. And how long exactly is Indoor Kid? If we could talk about like the graphic novel format, size of everything.
Sure. So the book's about like just shy of 200 pages. I think it's like 180. And it's the writing process was incredibly fun. I found some come really easy, some don't come as easy, and I feel like it takes a little more work. This one I don't feel like was that much. I think I was really lucky to have a pretty great editor, a very great editor at Oni, Grace, who I'd worked with before. We already had a language down. We knew what we were doing, so it was really easy to go. And then I sadly tortured Lisa with like huge court scenes and like there is no book that I have that has more giant crowd scenes, cafeteria scenes, just person after person. And I was like, oh man, this is she's got her work cut out for her. And she's delivered amazingly. It's been awesome.
Awesome. Lisa, so the characters all have very individual looks. What was it like designing the character palettes and, and coming up with the world of Indoor Kid?
It was a lot of fun. I had some goals when I first sat down to work on this book where I knew I wanted to use this as an opportunity to experiment with like shape language and give everybody their own unique kind of look through their basic shapes in their character design. So that was a lot of fun for me. I was really inspired by Hey Arnold, the 90s show Hey Arnold, when I was designing these characters. I didn't give anybody like crazy football heads or anything, but I knew I kind of wanted it to have that like Craig Bartlett vibe. So I watched a lot of Hey Arnold, especially at the onset of making this book.
I dig it. I dig it. So this story, I had the pleasure of reading the first 128 pages. I'm not going to spoil for the people watching. I want y'all to pick it up when it drops in October. But it is so wonderful. It's so relatable. I think we're all going to find ourselves in these characters. But just the layers I was not expecting. And then also in regards to this book speaks, well, I don't think it's spoiling or anything, but I think the write-up says it's about bullying and anti-bullying. And it's just bullying in so many facets, Matt. So congrats to you on showing these different layers. Can you talk to me about that on how you connected? And then the same question to you, Lisa, in regards to the material when you're translating it.
Sure. Yeah, I've always beat it to my own drum in a clearly big way. When I was younger, maybe I was even less able to like contain that drum beat. So I got bullied. I definitely did. I struggled a ton in school. I'm dyslexic and just had like just the worst grades ever, and then just was a unique kid. So I had experiences big time with bullies. I also had experiences with putting expectations unintentionally on my kids. I feel like the parents do that in this book. It happened in another book of mine, Lumberjackula. I talk about it too. Like, I love my kids wholeheartedly. Sometimes I get really excited when they want to draw, though. Like maybe too excited when they want to draw. And then maybe I don't get as excited when they want to do other things that they love. And it's like a constant reminder to myself to like let them follow what they're doing instead of getting too excited when they're like, oh, we're going to put on this punk rock album. I'm like, yes, do that.
Oh, I feel that as a parent as well. That's what really hit me reading this, and I thank you for that because I think it's going to speak to people that are experiencing this in life. All of us, you, Lisa, as well. When you're putting this together, translating those scenes into your art with your art.
So I was also bullied growing up. Like I was a poor creative person, like drawing anime characters all the time. And the cool kids at my school were definitely like the athletes. So I really connected with that, like in the script. And as someone who, again, my sport was Dutch dance. I was a Dutch dancer. I could explain what that is, but it would take all day. But it was weird, and and I got picked on. So but at the root of it, like as an adult, like even these bullies are like they're still kids, and they're bullying because they're coming from a place of insecurity. So I did want to give each of these bullies kind of a softness to their character design, and like I didn't want them to look too archetypal villain-esque. I still wanted them to feel like children.
Mm. Um, I dig that, and amazing work, amazing work. As we follow Arnie, I was like rooting for him, but also not rooting for him. And then just trying to find where do I want to stand, and then it became really the best of friends who really know you. That really hit me. That was like, wow. So congrats to you, and I hope that I didn't spoil anything. But it's all about who we choose as our tribe, our family. Because family isn't always family in a lot of ways, and I think that said a lot with this work as well. Were there particular scenes or characters that really spoke to you that you really enjoyed putting together for you, Matt?
Yeah, I really liked, I mean, honestly, it's not always the case that the main character is my true favorite when I'm writing. Arnie kind of was my favorite. He's super flawed, like super flawed. That's more exciting. That's like the most exciting trait. So Arnie got some of my most love. And then I also, looking back, seeing how Lisa drew the bullies, I kind of like some of them too, which I know is ridiculous. They're flawed, but yeah, I think that's some of my favorites.
How about you, Lisa? Thank you, Matt.
I mean, I love Arnie, but like when it comes to drawing the characters, I really love drawing Chris. He's got this fun swoop in his hair that's really satisfying to be like with the Apple pencil. So I love Arnie. Just like I love drawing him. I love like making his cute facial expressions. But I love drawing Chris's hair, so he might be up there for me.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on this book. I cannot wait to find out how it ends because of just the layers you built into this, and I'm just curious how it's going to all finish up because I think you have different pieces that you have to come back to, and just really well done. And I wasn't expecting this in this book, to be honest, because I read so much. And I was like, wow, congrats to you both. Mat Heagerty, everybody, Lisa DuBois-Thompson, thank you for your time. Let me give you some individual shout outs. I know you have Indoor Kid dropping from Oni Press in October, but I was looking, you both have amazing bodies of work yourselves. I want to do some quick self-promotion, anything else you have going on, if I can throw you back to you, Matt.
Sure. Lumberjackula is a book that I love that's out. And then there's some other stuff that's going to be announced soon, but I can't say yet. But Lumberjackula is the one that is on shelves now that I'm particularly proud of.
What are your handles? I'll also have it in the description below. So
Sure. I am in Outdoor Kid a lot more these days and not online very often. But my handle, the one I'm most active on by far is Instagram, and that's mat.heagerty.
There you go. Thank you, Matt. And for you, Lisa.
I'm Joni Jabroni. I'm taking a break after Indoor Kid because I had a baby. So
Oh, congrats.
I've got some pitches in the works. And so hopefully next year or something, I'll be getting going on something new to announce.
Well, congratulations on that. The best thing you've ever created, I'm sure. I know that's
Yeah.
how we both feel as parents. You'll definitely feel that. Lisa, it is an honor and pleasure to speak with you. You as well, Matt. Thank you both for your time. I cannot wait to see how this finishes up. But everybody else, y'all can check it out when it drops on October 28th from Oni Press. Indoor Kid, the amazing Lisa DuBois-Thompson and Mat Heagerty. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World.
Thank you.
Thank you. There's a cut. Recording. Here we go. In 1, 2, 3.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world. Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir.
I'm one
Thank
of
you. Awesome. Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I gotta.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Nerds
Appreciate
do
it.
rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds Rule.
Love it.
It's your boy Kuya P, nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.